Hi guys, it's ArchieLuxury. Guys, I want to talk to you about DavidSW. DavidSW. Guys, if you are in America, if you are looking for a Rolex watch of your dreams, in fact, if you're looking for a contemporary modern wristwatch, I strongly advise you to look at DavidSW. Guys, don't play the dealer games. Don't bring in chocolates or Krispy Kremes for your dealer hoping to get a Rolex at retail. It's futile. Please, guys, save your dignity. Keep some pride. Go to DavidSW. I would highly recommend DavidSW. If you're in America and you're looking for a watch, go to DavidSW. Hi guys, it's your pontiff, Archibald Chesterfield III, AC3. Guys, I want to make this video today, and it's a bit of an extension on the video I made yesterday about Tim Wrong's watch collection. And I gotta tell you, I made that video yesterday for CB, and he thought I was a bit of a soft cock. Quick wristwatch check. What am I wearing today? A JJ. I'm wearing a JJ Jaeger LeCoultre Reverso Grand Date. And I've got this on a Theo and Harris, the Range Rover. Okay, guys, I want to talk to you about the Tim Wrong collection. Tim Wrong. And specifically, there's been a new development. Tim Wrong himself there, he's just bought a Cartier watch. $2,990, I think he said. Just under 3,000 US. And it's basically one of the new must-de Cartier tanks. And it's an interesting development. And I think I got to make this video because I think Tim Wrong is lost. And what he's trying to do is he's trying to become a YouTuber. And he's really going about it in all the wrong ways. And I wanted to make this video here to try and give him some guidance. Even though I really dislike this guy and he's an enemy, I can see him making colossal mistakes. We went through his collection yesterday, and he's very much, one thing you can tell by looking at his collection is he doesn't really know what the fuck he's doing. He's completely fucking lost. Okay? He's completely fucking lost. He has no idea what the fuck he is doing. And, you know, in the Rolex spectre, we've got a lot of hypey Rolexes. Rolex, Pepsi. We got Plepsi. Yes, a Plepsi. We also have, we got some other stuff there. We've got the Panda, very hypey. New Air King. We've got the at Starbucks. We've got many hypey Rolexes. And to be honest with you, they are a bit douchey, but they are good watches. So I would have to say, Timbo, the problem is you bought all those new. You're not giving the audience a chance to learn. See, when I started my YouTubing, started my YouTube career, it was always about educating the punter. And it specifically was, I was not that well off. But I, as well as not being so well off, I also had 4 children to support, a couple of wives, and day-to-day expenses. Now, I had to learn very quickly to buy and sell watches, horse trade, to be able to buy the better watches. And I think unfortunately in your case, because you kind of came to the hobby very, very different, you didn't do the horse trading, hence you haven't served an apprenticeship, and hence you're making all these fucking rookie mistakes. In my case, it was always horse trade, swap, sell, deal, boom, 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 boom. It was always horse trading, and I was often selling things off to pay bills. And then I'd buy back, and you know, it was tough. In your case, you came into the market where you could actually buy things at retail. If you bought the right stuff, you wouldn't be too bad. Now, this has been a really disservice to you, because now you want to buy things brand new. You recently just bought a Cartier for $3,000. I don't know why you didn't try and use that $3,000 to pay back bondage. Wouldn't you pay him back instead of buying fancy wancy watches? I don't get it, but anyhow, that's a confusing thing. But I've got to tell you, in my collecting, I always was nickel horse trading to buy better pieces, which I could not afford. Now, in your case, you've had some luck. The watches that I think are really quite good in your collection, all the Rolex. You've got an Explorer 2, Polar, that's made, you've done very well. You got a Pepsi on a Jubilee, you got a Panda Daytona. You've got the new Air King. You've got a 36mm Explorer 1. You've got a Sub-Date. You've got a Starbucks. And you've got a 37mm Yachtmeister. Now, on top of that, you recently did a few. You've got a Seiko Turtle. That's nothing. Seiko Turtle, big deal. But you bought that stupid Ming. That was a really stupid decision. What you really should be doing is getting out of that fucking thing. That is toxic. Absolutely fucking toxic. Get out of that shit. The next thing you should be doing is with the Morris Grossman. Man, I'd be paying that off. You agreed to buy it. Gentleman's agreement. You need to pull the proverbial finger out, and you need to pull the proverbial finger out, and you need to pay it off. You agreed to buy it, well, pay it off. The sad thing is you've been buying stuff non-Rolex. You've got the Omega Speedmaster Sapphire. That's not a bad piece. But you haven't served your apprenticeship. What you really should have done, instead of buying the Morris Grossman, is put that money into good... if you're trying to build a YouTubing channel, Steel Sports, I'd probably advise you to steer clear of dress watches, because that is a hard niche. That's a hard niche to get punters interested. The only sort of dress watch that's really worth doing, if you're going to do dress watch, is Patek Philippe or Lange. That's the only two that are kind of worth doing. Everything else is a hard sell. I've got to tell you, what you should be doing is, instead of buying the Morris Grossman, you should have gone into a Reverso. That would have been a great piece, especially second-hand. You've got some amazing dealers, second-hand pre-owned dealers in New York. You should be looking at ties to them. And instead of going to Cartier and buying something your wife doesn't even want, you've got to go and buy pre-owned. That's what you should be doing. Instead, you haven't learnt these lessons and you go and buy new Cartier. New Cartier isn't really the way to go. I've bought new Cartier, yes I have, but I gotta be honest with you, A lot better value on the pre-owned market. If you want to make yourself a hodinky, you ain't going to do that by buying watches at retail from Cartier and the top-end boutiques. That is a stupid move, man. What you should be doing is getting in touch with pre-owned, second-hand, the vintage market. That's what you got to do. If you don't like vintage, you could go for, like, you know, anything 10-year-old vintage. There's some bargains there. I think a Breguet Type 20 would be a great piece. That sort of watch would be great buying. A Zenith El Primero, that would also be great buying. There's so many wonderful watches you could have had, but you wanted to be the big swinging dick. Unfortunately, it just shows what a lack of knowledge you really have there, and that's really sad. I got no idea why you bought the Cartier. Absolutely crazy. I mean, if you told me you bought it for the wife, hey, fair enough, but she apparently doesn't even like it. I don't understand this stuff. I don't understand what you're doing. I really don't understand what you're doing. And Cartier is an experience. You dress up and you go there with your wife. It's a beautiful experience. But when you look like you just got out of high school, this doesn't feel luxurious. And I gotta be totally honest with you. I think you're doing it completely wrong. Baby steps. If I was in New York, there's so many pre-owned dealers, I'd be looking at pre-owned deals. And it's Steel Sports. That's what you want to get. Steel Sports. Steel Sports. Steel Sports. Steel Sports. There's some great Omegas pre-owned, massive drops. I'd be building a collection like that. I wouldn't be going into Morris Grossman's. I wouldn't be buying Cartier at retail. That's just idiotic in the most. So I got to be honest with you. I think you've lost direction. You have no idea what you're doing. And I find it quite sad. I got to be honest with you. Even though I do dislike you as a person, I find it very sad that you're trying to be a hodinky when you have no idea what you're doing. So, man, I think you got to man the fuck up. Get into some quality pre-owned. Steel Sports, some bargains. You should be able to do that in New York. But you have fucked it up yet again. Guys, that's my advice on for Tim Wrong. Tell me what you think. Like, subscribe, tell your friends. Put some comments below. I'm the Pontiff. And remember, guys, paid reviews keep me full-time on YouTube. Like, subscribe, and tell your friends. And don't forget, $50 for a paid review, and I will tell you what I think of the collection. The good, the bad, and the ugly. I'm ArchieLuxury. Catch you in the next one. And don't forget, you can sponsor me on Patreon. Patreon allows you to pay as little as $1 a month to keep me full-time on YouTube. Look down below to find out how to sponsor me on Patreon, how to get a paid review. I will see you in the next one. Hi guys, it's ArchieLuxury, and today guys, I want to show you a wonderful Instagram channel. That's right, an Instagram channel who's also a great fan of ArchieLuxury. father.time.luxury.watches. father.time.luxury.watches. This guy here combines photography with beautiful watches. Have a look here. Look at this. Very, very nice display of watches, and just in a great, look at this. His food with watches, his coffee with watches. Just great, great photos, great watches, and a great lifestyle. Look at this beautiful cigar. And you can click on any of these pictures here inside Instagram and see the lifestyle. Look at this. What a wonderful way to enjoy a cigar. So there you go, guys. Check out father.time.luxury.watches. Barber Time Luxury Watches. Check it out, guys. You will love it. Hey guys, ArchieLuxury on the YouTube sensation, the Paul Pluta channel. Guys, I need you to help me out, guys. I can't survive on Google Ads alone. I need you to request a paid review. $50 US. Look down in the description. $50 US. I will review your collection. I'll tell you what I think of it, and I'll give you some pointers. The other thing is, guys, you can sponsor me on Patreon. Patreon allows you to pay a couple bucks a month, $1, $2, $5, whatever you want, and it keeps me going on YouTube because, guys, I'm in a niche. Nobody can make money out of the views I get. The views are crap because it's a small specialized area, and I don't talk about garbage for the sake of views. Guys, sponsor me on Patreon. Look down below, and I will see you in the next one.